From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engine, this is Pit Pass.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Jake's Karts. Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Thanks for joining us this week for another Pit Pass. Well, this weekend seemed like those we had earlier in the season. Not only were many races canceled due to rain, but we lost a few special events such as Friday's Three-State Flyers race at Thunder Valley Raceway and a few events on Saturday such as the Late Model Open at Selinsgrove, the UFO show at Heston, and the Living Legends Dream Race at Port Royal. However, Thursday was a beautiful day, so I paid a visit to McKean County Raceway for the 7th annual Stephanie Eckel Memorial. The night started with the 20-lap street stock feature. At the drop of the green, Chris Austin in the yellow 22 makes a run at pole sitter Josh Wilcox in the red 1W. As they go through the first set of turns, Ted Mascho is on the outside of Austin while the 17X of Andy Michael looks to join the front group. Michael dives low into turns 3 and 4, while Wilcox is able to hold off Austin to lead the first lap. After a tight battle for second, Michael secures the spot and sets his sights on Wilcox. Behind them, the 8 of Dan Guybo, 48 of Steve Mowry, and pink number 10 of Randy Taylor contest the 5th position. At the head of the field, Michael and Wilcox race door-to-door for the lead with Austin not far behind. However, the yellow flag waves with 6 laps completed. On the restart, Michael now has to challenge Wilcox by running the outer groove. He makes it work and takes the lead with Wilcox, Austin, Mascho, and Guybo 2nd through 5th. After another restart, Guybo gets black flagged after making contact with Wilcox, which sends the 1W spinning and bringing out another yellow. Once back under green, Michael would continue to lead the way with Austin in 2nd and Steve Mowry, who started 10th, up to the 3rd position. With 12 laps down, Michael suddenly goes pit side, handing the lead to Austin. Down the stretch, Chris Austin would hold off Mowry to pick up his 2nd straight win at the raceway. Ted Mascho, Randy Taylor, and Rich Wojciech would complete the top 5 in the street stocks. The ULMS Super Late Models were the featured division for the evening. In the 30-lapper, pole sitter Robbie Blair quickly jumps to the lead, while the 71 of Dennis Lunger is right on his rear bumper. Dutch Davies in the 26 dives under Lunger as they head into turns 3 and 4. On the exit, Lunger gains a slight advantage over Davies, while Blair opens up his own lead. One driver on the move was the 99 of Boom Briggs. After starting 11th, here he gains positions over the 03 of Doug Eck and ULMS points leader Mike Knight in the blue number 9. Less than 2 laps later, Briggs picks off the white 22 of Bump Hedman and Dave Hess Jr. in the 44 as he continues his march to the front. On a restart with 9 laps down, Lunger again is right on Blair's tail, but pushes high in turn 2, which allows Davies an opening to take over 2nd place, with DuPont holding on to 4th. By lap 13, Briggs has passed Vallone and made his way into the top 5 as he makes the outer groove work for him. Davies was knocking on the door for the lead when the yellow flies on lap 15 for a Mike Knight spin. On the restart, things do not go well for the 9N of Nick Lafredo, the 21 of Matt Lux, and Vallone. We had a couple of cautions in the next few laps. This one brought about when the 3 of David Scott slides up into Bump Hedman. The rest of the field avoids the spinning 22. On a restart with only 7 circuits remaining, Boom Briggs is up to 3rd, then moves up a position with this pass on Dutch Davies. Knight rebounded from his earlier spin to challenge for a top 5 spot. Here he passes the red 22 of Greg Oakes for 7th place. Coming down to get the white flag, Blair has opened up a few car lengths lead on Briggs when Lunger cuts a tire and spins to set up a 1-lap dash for the checkers. Doug Eck and Chris Hackett ended up in the infield when the field stacks up on the restart. On the double Delaware restart, Briggs takes a shot at Blair on the inside, while Davies and DuPont race for 3rd place. And it is Robbie Blair taking the win and $3,500 winner's check.
Congratulations, Robbie, on the win. Lunger and Dutch Davies, and then eventually your buddy Boom tried to make runs at you, but you held them off.
Yeah, thanks. The racetrack and the late model race, it was going to be pretty tough to pass as long as you didn't screw up. So, all I had to do is keep my car straight and it was going to be pretty tough for them guys to. I mean, I guess Boom started 11th or something, so apparently he could pass somewheres, but I mean, maybe he could have passed me. I don't know.
It seems like you're running a little bit more in this region more than branching out.
Yeah, I mean, we had to scale way back. I lost one of my main sponsors. The last couple of years we just haven't had a whole lot of money. So me and Max decided, well, if we'll try this year by ourselves and see what happens. If it works out all right, maybe we can race another year.
Of course, you've been running up here a few times when they've had their specials. Is the track better today than it had been?
This is by far the best the racetrack has been in the last couple of years. I mean, I wouldn't even run up here at the beginning of the year because I know what it's like. There's no need to be wide open around this joint. You just tear too much stuff up. But tonight, I think it could be a little bit more racier if they maybe didn't even water it as much as they did today to clean the racetrack off so you could move up. Like there's too much traction around the bottom. That's why in the late model race, it's pretty hard to move up and pass somebody if they could keep it in the traction. But Max showed in a crate race that you could move all over out there, but a crate car works way different.
Following Robbie Blair crossed the line were Boom Briggs, Dutch Davies, Jason Dupont, and Mike Knight. We will return to McKean County Raceway for more highlights later in the show. Up next, a profile on an up-and-coming driver who continues to climb the racing ladder. And later, it's the Busch Brothers Bash from Lake Erie Speedway. NASCAR star Kyle Busch takes on a contingent of late model competitors for 75 laps on the asphalt. We will be right back.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVaytown. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.